Hey YouTube. Warning. There's going to be some foul language in this video. Ben, you might want to get the kids out of the room. I'll give you a couple of seconds. I'm just drinking my Starbucks. See, drinking my Starbucks coffee here, so give you a second to get the kids out of the room. Okay? Alright, don't say I didn't warn you. Fuck my life. I woke up this morning and got up on the couch. Last night I was, my buddy's got this, I'm a musician, right? So my buddy has this, he's staying with me. He's got I don't know what you call it. Best way to describe it. It's called, I guess, a USB mixing board. It plugs into your computer and you can plug instruments and microphones into it. And then you can use the sliders and have multiple channels to use for digital recording software. Well, it's my amplifiers are all Marshall tube amps, and they're loud as fuck, right? They're not meant to be played in a room this size, right? Like you can't hear gunshots. These things are loud, and because they're tube amps, right? You got to have them loud. That's how they work, right? It's just not the same. So anyway, if I want to just noodle around, you know what I mean? Holy shit, man, it's just too loud, right? However, I still do that. So anyway, there's a piece of software called Guitar Rig. And with Guitar Rig, it's basically, you pick your amplifier, you pick the cabinet you want to use, the speakers, and microphones, and the placement. It's all digitally now, right? And different effects you want to put in, and but you need a way to get your guitar signal into your computer. You just don't want to, you can't just plug it into your sound card. You need to have what's called, I call them a USB surface, I guess. It's the best way to put it, or control surface. Meaning that all of the extra features on my buddy's mixing board, I don't want all that digital extra stuff. I just want to be able to use the sliders and have it as an input into my computer and use that as an external sound card. Anyway, I got it hooked up. Had it working. Had some headphones plugged in. I went down and grabbed one of my guitars and brought it up, tuned her up and all this stuff, and was noodling around, and I was having a fucking blast with it, right? So I went down this morning and grabbed a different guitar, and I brought it up. My basement's a little chilly, so I wanted to slowly, they're all Gibsons, right? I don't want to, these things are paid a lot of money for them, right? So, I brought it up and I put it in one of the colder rooms in my house for a while before I brought it out in my living room, right? Anyway, I was going to do that today. So I just woke up, sitting on the couch. Buddy comes in, and he says, "Oh man, I just got back from Tim Hortons." I said, "Oh, you should have got me coffee." He goes, "Oh, I did." "Oh, fucking right on. I'll leave her out there. I'm going to go smoke a pipe." And this was like around 9 o'clock, right? So I went out in the kitchen and I was doing something. I fed the cats, and I was like, "Oh, sink's not draining," so it's a double sink. I couldn't get the sink to drain, and the sink isn't draining. So, we tried plunging. All this fucking shit was coming back in it, from plunging it. I went up to the hardware store and got that 1-second plumber. It worked. That has worked before. Just blast air through it. Didn't work. So I started taking shit apart, got the shop vac, sucking all the water out, taking the traps apart, and then back in the corner where the trap is, it was C-solid. We can't get it disconnected. I can't get the snake through around the corners. The house is like 55, 60 years old, right? So, old copper plumbing in it, man, and I'm fucking pissed. I said, screw this. Screw it, I'm calling the plumber. Now my buddy, he doesn't believe in that, right? He's a contractor. He's like, fuck that, man, we can do that ourselves. Like, well, I don't want to fuck around with this anymore. I'm getting a plumber in here. I'm going to do it right. So, got me a 5-gallon bucket under the kitchen sink. I do my dishes that way. That's what that shit show I was into this morning. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, right? So I was like 6 out. Oh, fuck. This is my morning coffee. Starbucks. Yeah. I'm actually right in the middle of a tobacco review. I'm going to put that up after this. I'm doing HH Latakia flake. It's like I've had it in a jar for a long time. And then my Eric Stockeby. So what I do is I usually, light it up and do a little talk about it when I first light it, and then smoke it for a bit, and then end it. So I'm right during that, little hiatus there. I'm right in the middle. So I figured I'd do a second video and talk about my shit show day. But anyway, my decision's been made. Sitting in Mom's basement now, my new happy place to smoke, because it's like fucking mine is double digits outside. Not a breath of air. I probably could have went out there. But this is my new special spot. Since every day's Saturday for me, I've been popping out videos like crazy. Seen a lot of new guys. I thought that I've been at it for very long, but I've seen some other guys that are subscribing to me, and I check them out. They got a couple of videos. I check you out, right? If you subscribe to me and I see you got some videos up, I'll subscribe to you. And if I don't subscribe to you and you have videos, I kind of want to keep this my pipe smoking channel. I got other YouTube channels, but this is my pipe smoking channel. I created a Skype account for Nova Piper, right? In case any of for the YouTube pipe community, if I want to get into doing some Skyping with some of you guys. Now that there's a few of us that are going. We got a small group of people that go back and forth, but there's a few people that I'd like to, Skype, get some Skyping going. Instead of sitting here making a video, it's like, hey, let's plan it. All right, where I know people are all in different time zones, but, we could set up a Skype sessions like, hey, well, tomorrow at this time, my time. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, we'll get a little Skype going, right? I don't mean to record it and post it on YouTube, just to Skype with people, right? But anyway, if anybody's interested, I don't know if maybe I'm too big of a fucking loser and nobody wants to be my friend, but that's okay. I don't worry about that shit. Fire me an email. My email is novapiper902@gmail.com. I'll put it down in the shit bucket down below. Just fire me an email and say, hey man, it's, give me your YouTube handle name so I know who you are. And if you're interested in doing some Skyping, right, we'll do that. I think that's my Skype handle, same thing, right? novapiper902@gmail.com. I made it pretty simple. Anybody's into that? That'd be kind of fun, right? I Skype, I played a lot of video games, so I've Skyped with lots of people. But I have email addresses for video games. I have email addresses for other shit, personal stuff, I hate to use the word professional, but you know what I mean, right? If I need to email the government or shit like that, right? And then we got Nova Piper. It's my piping guy. But yeah, so if anybody's interested in that, let me know. So yeah, what a fucking morning, man. That's been rough. Yesterday I smoked that. I got the video up and I watched it. I was smoking that Black Double X, that Sam Gawith. Wow. And I watched the video of me smoking it, and I could see in my facial expressions how it was just like, holy shit. I couldn't finish it, so I left it sitting there, and I was telling my buddy how crazy it was. So then I'd go out on the front porch there, and I'd just take the pipe. It was a corn cob. I'd light it up. I'd have 2 puffs on it. Instant fucking hiccups, right? It's like, oh my God. I don't mind like full body tobacco, but it's like that's too much, man. Right? I retrohale, right? So I like to push the smoke out of my nose. If I didn't do that, I could smoke it, but any little bit I was pushing out of my nose, my eyes were watering, my ears were ringing. Man, I had a friggin' run. I didn't know if I was going to throw up or shit myself. It was funny. Yeah, what a shit show morning, man. Couldn't find my snake, couldn't find this. I had a lot of tools over here in my mom's house because it's a duplex, right? I think I said that before, but in case you guys don't know. So I got a lot of shit. My tools are still over here in her basement. And, You know, there's still some things we need to do. Her basement still needs to have some work done to get it finished. She'll never use it, but I want to have it finished. Couldn't find the snakes right where I left it. In my house, man, it was like a fucking, like Sanford and Son over there. We were looking and we were getting pissed off at each other because I didn't want to deal with it, right? But anyway, we got through it, man. You know, yeah, I can't get all fucking worked up over shit you can't control. That's what they tell me. I was like, fucking bullshit, I can't. But yeah, man, it's like fucking getting... I haven't been getting into music for a while. I think that job I had... I've been watching my videos now since I got laid off. And since every day is Saturday now, I can see a difference in my personality even in my videos. I'm acting more like myself now, where like an absolute fucking nutcase. I think the Artful Codger said about a cross between the Trailer Park Boys and Fubar. And I laughed my head off. Trailer Park Boys is filmed here in Halifax too, right? So that's kind of funny. He said that. I don't know if he knows that. I'm sure he does. Yeah, they like film right in the neighborhood. They're all over the place, right? Local celebrities. Bubbles had a bar here called Bubbles. It was like fucking a nightclub though. It's not, you know, techno music, right? With tits up though. There's like shopping carts around. If any of you guys haven't watched the Trailer Park Boys and you don't know what I'm talking about, go on Netflix or fucking Kodi or whatever and watch the Trailer Park Boys. It is everybody who grew up from where I'm from, man, I'm telling you. Everybody knows these guys. It's like, yeah, hey, that's just like my buddy this, my buddy that, and all this kind of shit. It's funny as hell. Starbucks. Good old Starbucks. Yeah, I'm bringing up the Gibsons, man. I'm getting, I had a nice one. I brought a nice one up today. I never really liked the tone of it. You guys are into that shit, you know. I know it's not about pipes, but it's a Gibson SG Supreme. A nice flame top. It's got a red flame maple top on it. I think it's a double, I don't know, it's a double A or quadruple A top. Ebony fretboard, 24 frets. Cool inlays, right? 57 classic humbuckers in it. Style of music I play, I never really liked the sound from the guitar. Anyway, I brought it up. The neck was a little bowed, so I just adjusted the neck. I'm going to let that settle. And I'm going to hook her up with the guitar rig, and I'm going to bring all my Gibsons up, and I'm going to get them all set up and have them intonated, set the intonation on them, and then figure out which ones I like the best, which ones to just fool around with on the software that I got. You know, it's no replacement for a real fucking Marshall, you know what I mean? But it's just so fun to sit in your living room, low volume, right? Yeah, I'll do a little recording, get some jam tracks going, like fuck around, I'll make some videos and stuff, and you know, but once I find out what guitars I like to, you know, certain guitars are good for different types of music, right? You know, and the pickups have different outputs, you know, different impedance and shit like that, and it has to do a lot with your tone, as long as same with the pickups in the wood too, right? With electric guitars, but I'll get the strings changed on them, shine them all up and stuff, and get back at it. Anyway, it's my rant for today. Fuck. Now I gotta wait till, I don't know, beginning of the week, call the plumber in here and get that shit fixed. Oh well, that's how she goes. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll put my links, I'll try to get the links down below there. For Skype and emailing me, right? NovaPiper902@gmail.com. I like to hook up, you know, on Skype or just email back and forth, whatever. That's cool. The YouTube comments suck, man. Sometimes I don't reply to you guys. It's not because it's just pain in the ass. I'll do this. I'll reply to you right on the video, right? All right, guys, take care. Finish second part of this tobacco review and all that kind of shit, and just chill the fuck out. Everybody take care.